Today, Central Iowans from Venezuela brought the fight for change in Venezuela to Des Moines as the country faces turmoil following its most recent election. Local 5's Alex Fulton has more details on the election, and he also talked with Central Iowa protesters on the change they hope to make thousands of miles away.
The protesters demanded that the truth come out and called on members of Congress from Iowa to speak out on the situation in Venezuela. Calls for change came from Cowles Commons as dozens urged the Venezuelan government for greater transparency with its election.
We want the real results to be recognized, and we are mobilizing to recover the path to democracy.
Vanessa Marcano Kelly was born in Venezuela and has family that still lives there.
If you're in Iowa and you're watching this today and you know anyone who is Venezuelan American, just give them a hug.
In Venezuela, the National Electoral Council declared Socialist Party member Nicolás Maduro Moros the winner of this year's presidential election. However, the council is run by his allies, and it has refused to release the final vote tallies, a standard procedure in past elections.
You want freedom, we don't want to be under a regime of dictatorship.
Since the government announced the results, many in Venezuela have taken to the streets in protest. A UN Human Rights Council found that so far, more than 1,200 protesters have been detained and 23 deaths have been tied to the government.
People they're scared to even share anything because they think, well, what if someone comes to knock on my door and say that I'm plotting?
Iowa protesters say they couldn't sit idle while their family members thousands of miles away continue to suffer.
It's tough to be away from your country and seeing what's going on over there.
This is one of hundreds of protests going on around the country, Venezuela, and the world. In downtown Des Moines, Alex Fulton, Local 5 News.